Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more FTL Faster Than Light Advanced Edition Hard Mode, where last time we were flying with the breakup, and instead of ending it all, we actually ended it with a victory. So that's quite the bonus here, and today we're going to be flying with a ship that I've not used in this series yet. I'm going to confirm because I have been doing some test streaming on Twitch, and I did do a little bit of streaming with FTL. Some of it worked pretty well, some of it didn't. That's for another post another time. Now, there are some things that I can try and unlock. I can try and use the Slug Cruiser to unlock the Rock. I can try and use the NG Cruiser to unlock the Federation A. Either of those would be fantastic, but today we're going to be flying with a new hull type that I have not posted yet in this series, and that is the Mantis B, and we're just going to call this ship, I don't know, we'll just call it anything else, the Spike. Why not? Now, this is a fun ship. It only starts with 2 crew, which can be a little bit dicey, but the key of this is actually 2 points. First off, it starts with level 2 shields, which is amazing for tanking a lot of things early, saves you a lot of scrap, gets you by a lot of dangers. You also start with a 4-person teleporter, which is great for endgame. There's very few ships that have a 4-person teleporter. The Spike is one of them. So this is a ship that really asks you to board, and unlike the Mantis B last time, we start with Mantis, and Mantis do a lot of damage, so that's great. You also get a boarding drone if you want to use it, and a defense drone to try and fight off missiles. So this is a surprisingly defensive ship. The catch, and it's a big one, is that it starts without weapons. So you're really going to have to watch it. And this ship gets screwed very easily, you may have seen from some prior episodes or prior series, where one jump that destroys like the oxygen and the cockpit here can really doom the ship. So what we're going to do is we are just going to essentially fly this bird, and anything we get an encounter with, we're just going to try and tear him up in the face. So let's start with this distress beacon. If it's anything that risks my crew, I'm not going to do it because we don't want to risk that. So we're not going to risk the crew, as fun as that would be. Doesn't seem like it would usually do anything. And let's investigate the battle station, and there's nothing here. So far, space is very silent, but I guess when you have Mantis coming to get you, that can do it. And here we go, a star. This is... okay, this is bad. We have a star, we have a laser boat for a drone here. So I can't even board this. And this is where the Mantis B can kind of stink a little bit, because you can't fight this guy. He has no shields. I guess I could try and destroy it with the boarding drone, but at this rate, we just have to hope that my ship survives. Mantis are very poor repairers. That is kind of the double side of this, and you can see that as much as you want the lasers to survive here, they're not doing it. Right now, look at how slow those sensors are repairing. In fact, I should probably have somebody else here, but I need my sensors, because if my rooms catch on fire, I need to know what's actually on fire. Something's on fire. My oxygen system is on fire. Where have I seen this before? This is actually the exact same start as my prior FTL Mantis B run series, where, let's see here, my oxygen, is it going to get destroyed, or will I be able to vacate the air in time? My oxygen is gone. Okay, that's bad. I have no air, and I cannot necessarily make it out, because it starts with the level 1 engines. My doors are going to catch on fire, but they should be able to be put out in time. And that fire's spreading really quickly. So we're going to get one more solar flare before we go, and if they get our engines, we're going to be in deep trouble. In fact, I should probably man the shields. So let's see here. Are we dead? Solar flare imminent? Oh god, the engines are on fire. Okay, so let's vacate all the air in here. And the good news is that I am going to be able to jump out. The bad news is that half of my ship is not going to have air, and the other half of the ship is not going to have a lot either. So as long as the engines don't explode in the next moment, they won't. Yay! This is the Mantis B that I'm used to. I hear so many people say the Mantis B is awesome. And it is fun. Look, quarantine level 5 in effect. Yeah, let's talk about my ship for a second. Oh my god, are the engines going to explode? Wow! Okay, I can't even leave now. I shouldn't have just gaped and watched my engines catch on fire. I should have just jumped away. Well, I guess we need to come up with a better name than Spike for the ship, because right now my crew's just going to suffocate. They are not going to be able to repair this in time. Not without any scrap, not without anything there. So, you know, kiddos, it's fun to do this. Maybe they can make it. Can one of them make a mad dash to the cockpit? Oh, one of them made it! I have one crew left. How far are we going to go? Poor Weston here. No air on the ship. We're on borrowed time. I'm going to accept that bribe. One Mantis boarding is not nearly as scary as two. I don't even know what we need at this point. We need somebody who can go and repair the oxygen. Whether it's a system repair drone, I have no need of your services, sir. So what is this about me dying to stuff at the very beginning? Oh, no, an asteroid field. And it's not an automated drone. It's somebody who's going to turn and fight. There's nothing I can do. This is just going to be me sitting here watching. But you know what? Let's do it like this, I guess. Boarding drone. They took out my sensors. What else can I do? I can fire a defense drone up. Maybe. Not enough system power. I can't do that with the boarding drone. So the moment Weston gets hit by something or my shields get hit by something, I'm dead. But yeah, that's this part of the run. I'm going to let the ship explode so we can see our score. There we go. All crew members have died because I ran out of air. 135. So there is... Notice the Type A. I tend to have more success with the Mantis Type A because it does start with a little bit of something. So there's the spike. It died. Let's go back to the hangar. We're going to come up with a better name for this ship. I promised I would, but we're going to try this again with the Mantis B. And this is kind of my response to what other people talk about in terms of there's nothing that can ever go wrong with the Mantis B. That's not true at all. Things go wrong with ships all the time. That's FTL. And anyone who says the standard of what makes a top-tier ship or what makes the best ship in this game is ones that don't get randomly destroyed by events. I would just respectfully disagree with you, so we'll just call this the Descent, which is probably not how it's spelled, but we'll just say, yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Descent. I feel like I should spell check that. In fact, let's spell check that. Alright, so, yay, I can spell things today. So here's the Mantis B again. What is this about? Starting over again and again. It's like, we'll get a second try. Now, we're not going to go into the nebula because those generally have automated drones, but we are doing a jump that puts us toward there, which is a little dumb. Beam directly and get stuff. Download the long-range map datas. Now, that's good. Because we do want to get into fights, and maybe these two fights will do something that lets me get here. We do have stores. We have all kinds of stuff to get started. I just don't want to fight automated drones today. That's what I really don't want. So here we go. Nomad Bay. Forward Rebel Fleet. They want to get out of here. That's too bad, because my crew wants to say hello to you. And let's go board them in the cockpit. Hi, guys. What's up? Please don't have an anti-personnel drone. Now, one of the risks of this ship is that your crew life is finite, and you do have to get back on board eventually. But if this is just a two-crew ship, as many of them are this early in the game, I may be able to do it. Alright, so they're not dead. We're going to have to transport out of here in just a second. Their FTL is delayed, fortunately. And who's getting attacked? If it's Butters, I'm okay. Alright, so Butters is hurting. But the other guy's going to die faster, so they have one more crew. Trustworthy autopilot, yay, defeated the ship without anybody on there. That's how this ship is supposed to work. Yeah, I still can't believe. I got some funny comments on Reddit when I was talking about how great the Stealth A is, because people were saying that, hey, you know, the Stealth A, you can get screwed by things. That's true, but any ship can get screwed. The Mantis B can get screwed. The Crystal B can get screwed. Everybody gets screwed. If you didn't, it wouldn't be FTL. So we'll just go this way. I'm kind of wary of both of these nodes, but that one's not a nebula, so hopefully Butters and Cubbin can make it happen. Butters, the least threatening person ever. Reject their offer. Too bad. You're right, that is too bad. Alright, now this, once again, is not a ship that can hurt me because I start with level 2 shields. Very nice. Please don't have a anti-personnel drone. You have a Zoltan, which kind of sucks because he is going to explode and do some extra damage here. So I'm going to have to be very careful to get my transporter back up. But this ship cannot actually hurt me, and as long as I don't get super shields, or super shields screwed, I should be okay. Now, am I going to need to run? It's just an NG. You probably can't hurt me in time. Yeah, just devastating. Yay, 5 fuel, 22 scrap. Already a better start. Maybe I can get 300 points this run. So I don't have to micromanage my crew as much. We will leave Cubbin as the I guess somebody has to be a pilot of this ship. Although we should be able to, it's the distant future, you should be able to remote control the cockpit from the transporter room maybe. I don't know. We'll go down here. And anybody, anything, automated drone with hacking, please don't... Okay, you hacked my doors. Well, that's a burst laser too, so that is actually a threat. And my defense drone's not really going to do anything. So I just gotta hope I can dodge this. In fact, I should probably run to the engines, just to increase my dodge chance to more than 10%. Well, oh no, you took out my weapon system. And because I don't have any weapons right now, I'm just going to leave that damaged. Because that's one hull damage. Actually, I don't need to take ion bomb in the sensors. Well, I'm glad you did that in the nebula. Now, okay. We have an oxygen on fire and we have hacked doors. Once again, where have I seen this before? Let's open all the doors. Well, I can't open all the doors. So my door in oxygen is going to get destroyed. I told you I was a little scared of this. And by the way, this isn't me picking and choosing runs. Oh, well, thank you for doing what you hacked here. But yeah, I don't pick and choose runs and just post the ones that go well. I post what happens in a play session. So we'll see. I want to have a good Mantis B run, but doors and oxygen being broken is for some reason... Well, when you hack, the hacking system apparently closes all the doors. So that's not good. Fortunately, I will get away. Unfortunately, other ships may be safer than the ship that we're on. So I don't know what's going to happen for sure. I'm going to reject their offer. They probably have Mantis crew. If you're going to board my ship, that's going to be really funny. Alright, well, my doors are busted, so if I could get a system repair drone, that'd be fun. You're really in my drone control right now. I better take him out. It's just a silly human. Let's board him. You know what? Screw it. Boarding drone power! Alright, so we are losing air on the ship again. And if I'm not too careful, I'm going to be out of air entirely in just a second. So maybe better for me to get on the other ship where I can breathe. Now they have two little NGs, which is not very special. Oh, there's already no air in here. Of course there's no air. I drained that before. Let's get in here. So the anti-personnel drone's going to take them out. So I just really need to get somebody to repair this, and I don't think I'll be able to. Now, what I've tried to do in the past is like cycle power in a way that'll work, and I'm just going to have to go ahead and have Coven. No, don't go into the airless oxygen room. If I upgrade my med bay, I may be able to make it happen, but we need to possibly find a crew that can repair and be sacrificial. We're going to go with the stress beacon. We are going to take a calculated risk on this here. So, oh, send in your crew shuttle. Let's try and dock and rescue the survivors. And, oh, we get Jones. Hey, Jones, have you wanted to go on a ship with no air? Well, congratulations, you are a winner. Alright, Jones. How are we going to do this? We are going to get everybody in here. Now, we do have Mantis pheromones, so that's good. We have a level 2 medbay. Like I said, I just needed one crew. Maybe even better if I go to a store here, but I don't have enough scrap to buy anything unless I sell my drones, which is a viable option. Because we are down to 0 oxygen, so let's see if we can go to a store. We have 2 stores to choose from. I don't think my crew loses air while I'm sitting in the store menu, so we'll find out in a second. Fire suppression, drone bay. Unfortunately, no repair drones. I could get Jose and send 2 humans in there to repair. Boarding drone's fun, defense drone's good. This all synergizes so well. Ah, man, you know, I'm going to sell the boarding drone. I feel like if I buy Jones, I can salvage this situation. So, sorry, boarding drone. You're awesome. You really are, but that's what we're going to have to do. And in fact, we're going to jump to the next store. This is kind of a touchy start to this video. So let's see here. Hacking. Nothing much else here other than 1 flat cannon, which would be awesome if I don't know I could actually get it or use it. Maybe I'll be able to, but I have to get through this situation first. So what we're going to start with, we got to repair this oxygen first, and we have level 2 everything. So we're going to have to really sort of daisy chain people in here to make them work. Now the Mantis actually walk faster. So we need, and if we leave the room at any time, the repair is going to drop off. So the moment you get in here, you go back up, and I guess we're going to have to send Jose next. Alright, so you're healing. Can we do it? Jose, go. And Butters back. And we're going to send Coven in there in just a second. Now the fun part is that we're going to have to do the little dance of death in terms of walking somebody back and forth in the med bay to make this happen, but that's okay. So I think the oxygen's about to get repaired. So we have salvaged this run so far. And when I say the little dance of death, this is what I mean. So we have oxygen on. And if we just walk like that, micromanage, you are going to keep getting your healing. Air is back online. We did it, guys! And we have a 4-person boarding crew to show for it. Alright. So that's why you don't give up on your runs. I know I've already given up on one run in this video, but I was decidedly screwed. And see how much faster the 2 humans did at repairing. As our doors are just slow to repair. Now we don't need level 2 sensors. In fact, what I'm going to do is have... let's have Jose the pilot. At least for now. We can try boarding with 4 people. Not always the best option, but we have 22 scrap. Weird start. We're going to hit this distress beacon, hit there. Should be able to get the store again. My goal is to get enough scrap to maybe sell the defense drone and get an anti-personnel and get a flat cannon. I don't know. So hail them. And let's trade. Wow, 1 drone part for 10 fuel. Yes, I'll take that. Alright, so let's go up here. I just want more ships to actually kill, and if this is an automated drone, I'll be sad. We're not going to survive the slavers, and I'm also going to activate the defense drone. And we're going to board with all 4 people, because they can't really hurt me otherwise. So we'll go down here. I don't know if I'll have enough scrap for that. That's a Mantis. That's a little annoying. Okay, so they have a Mantis and a rock person. Defense drone, do your thing. I find that it works in this ship layout pretty well. Alright, so there's combat experience already. So defense drone one more time. And we got a key. We got another person anyway. Oh, and it actually kept us from getting our oxygen out. That's great, because now we can just have a 4-person boarding team and someone manning the cockpit. So Jones getting there too. And just like that, things are starting to go a little bit better. The question is, do I even go for a flat cannon right now? Because that store, this exit could get overtaken. You know, I don't want to force the issue too badly. I do have a chance to get to a store. Selling the Mantis pheromones is an option. So I don't need that much to get the flat cannon. I won't be able to use it yet. I'm going to need to spend a lot of scrap to upgrade my weapons, but 1 weapon is going to be really important here. And the heavy laser 2 is not as good. Well, it's very good because it fires 2 shots and does 2 damage. It's not as good because it requires 3 power. So 65. If I sell the defense drone, it's 25. If I sell the pheromones, it's 25. Now that's movement speed increased by 25%, which is very important. And it also works on the other ship, which is very important, but I've won with the Mantis without the Mantis pheromones before. I have not won without weapons. And maybe that's just because I don't have mad skills other people have. You'll note that it's going to take me 65 scrap to even use that yet, so I do want to keep the defense drone. Like I said, I find missile defense works reasonably well on this hull layout, because unlike the Federation ship, which starts all the way over here and ends all the way over here, the ship's a lot more compact. So are we going to be able to get to the exit? I think we are. So let's do this extra jump. I'm not as scared with this ship now. Let's hear. Mass broadcasting a request from mercenary to aid him. Your ship seems reasonably equipped, but freighter carrying a shipment of goods is a week late. Let's do it. So quest marker next sector, and we get to the exit time. Alright, so we are surviving. I don't know how long that's going to last, but long range beacon. And I can't really do anything against this ship, so we're just going to avoid the conflict. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes. So abandoned sector or NG controlled sector. If you want to know a hard counter to a Mantis boarding strategy, it's an abandoned sector, so we are not even going to touch that. Furthermore, this NG sector does give us the opportunity. We're going to look for distress beacons, because that's your first step for the Crystal Unlock quest. I'm still going for it. Aid the civilian ship. Now these guys have a clone bay, so this could get cute in just a little bit. Now, are they going to board me is the other question. I guess first thing to do is to try and actually take out their clone bay. So that's kind of what I wanted. Here we have NG and Mantis. Let's not get hasty and destroy their oxygen here. Let's destroy their door system. So I should be able to take out these two reasonably well. I said reasonably well. Hopefully without Coven actually dying. So that makes me a little sad. So what kind of bomb is that? I feel like I should know. That looks like a stun bomb of some kind. So are you dead? I gotta take out the clone bay in a hurry. There we go. So it's a level 2 clone bay. Their doors are gone. Let's take out their weapons. So I just don't want them to ping back to life. There we go. So 3 fuel, 14 scrap, and they give us even more. That's nice. So that's how the Mantis fights with a clone bay. You gotta prioritize taking it out. If that was not plainly obvious. So level 2 med bay, which is a nice thing to have early. And if I want to go for the clone bay, I can. So it's your quest marker and a store. Well, let's go the quest marker. We'll see what that has for us. And you see a severely damaged ship floating about in the debris. I can't believe a cheap bastard is thrown after us. Thought we would freeze to death. If you help us complete our delivery, we'll reward you and join your crew. Beam the cargo aboard and leave them to their fate. During promise to deliver the cargo, take the cargo but drop them off at a nearby station. Or beam the cargo and leave it. I don't think 3 is a new option to Advanced Edition, but you don't always want to auto-click the blue option like maybe you had in prior iterations. So we're going to do number 1. And there we go. We have an additional crew member, Sim, who's going to be manning our engines for now. All right, so we don't want 2 Mantis manning the med bay. We want 1, 2. Said it's ideal to have the LOL 4 Mantis strike force. That's not always what's going to happen here. I don't have enough to really sell anything here, and I have a lot of fuel. A flak 2 would be hilarious. Cloaking would be hilarious. But not too much at the store for me. I guess I can repair, but I need to upgrade my ship a little bit more. We need to make it to that quest marker. So once again, looking for distress beacons for the Crystal Quest. Never expect to get it, but you know, you try. And I want to not fight automated drones, so there's the quest. We'll see what happens here. Alright, so we get a defense drone Mark 1, so now we have 2 of those. Missiles are not going to be that much of an issue now, so we'll go up here. If that distress marker's up top, we're going to go for it anyway. So, oh, combat drone Mark 1. Now that's cute. That means I can start fighting some things. So NG sectors are kind of being a loot pinata for me right now, but I'll take it. Still need to make some weapon repairs before long, but teleporter signal intruder attack. So do we side with the fugitive and fight the NG? Let's side with it. And it's a trap. It's always a trap. It's not always a trap, but... Did he just suicide bomb my ship? It's a little awkward if he did. Well, we're repairing our engines anyway. They do have a defense drone. They're not really going to hit me very well. So let's go ahead, and they do have a med bay. We're going to transport into their weapons room. So I should be able to take that out in time. Oh my god, that's a lot of Mantis. Okay, that was a poor plan. Oh. We'll see if I can get strength in numbers right here, because I should be able to take out these guys, because they'll fill up the med bay, and he's not going to move. So we'll let that bomb go off in the shield, so that's an ion type thing. We're going to transport out as soon as somebody tries to come back in, because I do not want to lose crew here. Alright, so 1 weapon down, 2 weapon down, 3 weapon down, and who's getting hit? Coven's getting hit. Is Coven gonna survive? Okay, let's back out. Because their weapons are damaged and there's no way they're healing them up here, so... Guess I could have boarded their shields and tried to kill them with the combat drone NG style. Yeah, I think the NG ship would be way more intimidating if I actually had 3 Mantis boarders on it, but we gotta wait for them to transport. Unfortunately, my sensors are down. My doors are actually down too, so I might as well repair those while we're here. Alright, so transport into the med bay. Actually, it's really stupid to fight in the med bay against these guys. But we'll see. Yeah, that's really stupid. Alright. We may have to do it this way, actually. Alright. Shield room it is. We're going to take down their shields and we're going to use a combat drone on them. There's not much else for me to do at this point because they're just going to keep healing. Now they do have a defense drone up. It's a defense drone too, so I'm not sure if it's going to fire on this or just try and defend the shots, but I'm actually going to need to pause real quick, so you know what, I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so I'm back, and this Defense 2 drone is firing on any shot that this puts out, so I guess we're going to be boarding into the drone control, but it is getting some shots off. Just a matter of if it fires pretty closely. This is an imperfect run here, and in fact, what I should be doing while we're doing this is healing up my crew. And let's man the sensors just so we can see what's going on. Sounds like a plan. So they're all ever so slowly trying to repair. I'd love it if this drone hit the med bay. It's probably not in the cards, but yeah. So why the Defense 2 drone's not terribly optimized. So they died. Not a maximum reward here, but enough of a reward. 13 scrap, 64 available. There's a store. That's a dead end. We're going to go here first before we hit the store. Like I said, I'd love a distress beacon. Would love a lot of things. At least I have enough scrap to repair my weapons. So, assistance requested, and you receive another message. Foolish, meet Sachs, EL. Sensors indicate the ship is moving in for attack. Now this one does not have a med bay. And you are going after my pilot like a douche. I don't have higher level doors. So that's an upgrade I need to make. Question is, do I try and suffocate these guys out? The answer is probably not. NG, fight bravely. We'll see if I can distract them long enough. Now, they don't have any missiles. I'm going to be able to possibly smoke these guys out. We'll want to kind of try and get them to go this way. Alright, so now that that's going to lose air, they're not going to be able to kill my piloting in time. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, they're trying to go that way now. Okay. Let's just ventilate all of these rooms. I have enough, and the thing is that I have enough crew now to fix this. Wow, I did not mean to ventilate all that. Oh well. You're not going to get my engines regardless, so. So let's see here. They're just gonna die. And that ship doesn't even have a transporter. So, what were you thinking? The entire front of my ship has no air now. And now all of my ship's not gonna have air. I love how the Mantis B vents. That is a nice benefit to the ship. So as soon as Coven's healthy, let's transport on. And what room do we want to go into? We have 4 people. The ship is not particularly threatening. Let's go to the shield room. They're just going to try and take out my pilot again, and they may bust open those doors in time. Yep. Poor NG has to go back to the med bay for more healing, and he died anyway. Okay, so that is a lot of crew on that ship. 3 Mantis. It's a lot to work with. Let's send our crew back to stations now that we have air. So small bomb. Small bomb is good. I love small bombs on Mantis ships. That's one reason I really like the Mantis A, is because the small bomb lets you take out med bays and stuff. So we are actually going to go ahead and do the weapon repair. Now, I'm going to want someone to man weapons, but it's not as high of a priority just yet. I do have 72 scrap and a store coming up. There's not as much up here. I may be able to hit that one anyway. I wish those two were connected, but we'll see what's down here. Store is going to be pretty valuable, probably. Ion Bomb, also good. Breach 2, Firebomb, all things I like. Or we could get more crew. Probably don't need more crew with the amount of fortune that I've had here. Probably don't need 2 defense drones. I can't foresee a situation this entire run, except for the flagship fight, where I might want 2 defense drones. And that's just to shoot down as many missiles as possible. Let's see. Let's go ahead and sell one. I'm going to need the scrap. And I'm good on fuel. 1 repair because it's cheaper to do it now. Hacking could be fun. I think the ion bomb might be a little more important, but I only have 7 bombs. So I'm going to have to try and go without bombing a lot of things. You know, maybe I should just focus on upgrading my ship as well right now, because I'm pretty good on weapons. Let's go to ship here. So let's hear, this is a weak system, so you have to pay extra for it. Well, guess what? My engines are pretty weak too, so we need to do a few things. We need to upgrade doors. We need to upgrade that. And I guess we're going to upgrade our engines just a little bit. Now, upgrading doors, like I said, is kind of a lot to do early. But now we have a flat cannon. I can use the small bomb if I need it. And I can power my fuel a little bit. I can flex around my systems as needed for drones, for anything else. I'm better equipped to handle what the road may throw at me. I should be able to get all of these jumps as well. So I want more bombs. If I had more bombs early, I probably would have gotten the ion bomb. Let's see here. I'm going to try and end this sector and then end this video. So subject, goal, wealth, NG motivation, survival, transfer of goods acceptable. We're friendly. And they don't say anything. So if we accept their surrender, maybe I could have gotten more here. Now 3 jumps is going to be pushing it for the exit. So we're going to just go 2. I probably could have made 3. Here we go. Please don't be an automated drone. Good, it's a slug. Okay. It's a slug with a clone bay. That means they're going to die. Actually, I should have targeted their shields, because now all these flaks have to hit. So there's one explosion. Well, the problem is that it's always dangerous. Oh no! Oh no! My poor transporter is on fire. Well, I guess we're gonna have to stay on there and survive regardless. So we are gonna small bomb this instead. That would be the much smarter thing to do. We need to keep our shields up. Alright, so here comes a Zoltan that's cloned. We gotta make sure that we don't get insta-gibbed by the fire. So there's a start. No oxygen on the ship. Please, please hit. There we go. So their clone bay's dead. Everybody's dying now. So this will be the extent of what they can do. So now that they're no longer a threat, more fuel, which is good. Just gotta make these repairs, because my shields should be able to handle it. Fortunately, having an NG on board is very nice. That's another thing I really like about the Mantis A, is that it does start with NG power. So everyone's a little hurt because of the Zoltan hugs. So we'll just do our let's do our, it's called healing in the med bay if you're actually healing. Here's our dance. The med bay dance. It's your chance. There's a copyright violation. Alright. Yeah, glad we didn't do that extra jump. And do we have anything here? Pirates, equipment for sale, let's attack. Okay, so it looks like he's pretty stacked, and they do have a med bay again, so we're gonna have to bomb that. And let's see here, 1 laser, 1 beam. Let's go to the drone room. Oh wow, I didn't wait for that to refresh. Okay, I thought that automatically refreshed every time. Okay, so if they have an anti-personnel drone, I'll be a little happy. Looks like we have some Zoltans, so that's a low life. As long as that beam weapon does not penetrate. Okay, small bomb, go! Boom! Oh man, all the crew's dead. And we take everything we can manage. Alright, that's how this is supposed to work. Like I said, the Mantis B can be fantastic, or it can start with a catastrophe. And we've seen a little bit of both here. And so, is this run going to go the distance? I don't know. I have a good crew. Everybody's going to be getting a lot of combat experience, so that's a start. But let's see what our next jumps hold. Glad I'm not having to fight that. Zoltan homeworlds or rebel-controlled sector. I do have a flat cannon now, so I can penetrate Zoltan shields. So that's what we're going to do. Plus, the combat drone's going to be nice. So this is Way to Fail with more FTL Faster Than Light. We will continue next time with much boarding and mayhem and who knows what else. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.